Timer's ticking. Merry Christmas, mofos. Happy Sunday. Look at Bitcoin, man. Everyone's ready for the move. Frank Fractal. Anderson. He said spam the sell button. Dave, Rudy, Minnie, Crypto Arbitrage University. He said save us. There's nothing I can do, man. Angelo. Last chance.
Mr. Green. Gotta love the greens, man. Eat your veggies. Eat your veggies. Eat your damn veggies. Gotta love Clint. Clint, bring on the Doom post tonight, Clint. I need them in the chat, man. Happy Sunday. Let's jump onto some charts. Let's have some fun tonight. Bitcoin, once again, going sideways, but we'll talk the weekly close and everything else in between, my friends. Let's get busy!
Wow, look at Bitcoin! It's dumping finally! I've been waiting weeks for this! Finally, guys, the next big dump is coming, and it's not the final dump. I know you guys are like, everyone's soul needs to be broken. Only one more dump is needed. No, guys, there's multiple dumps coming. There's like 8 more dumps, okay? So if you want to become a millionaire like me, short Bitcoin. That's all you need to know. Ignore everything else everyone else says. Just short, okay? All right, I'll see you guys later. Get ready for the massive dump. See ya.
Get out of here, drop it. Go. Get. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry frickin' Christmas. Happy Sunday, my guys.
So I have to send a super chat.
Holy. That scared the shit out of me. That voice scared the shit out of me. Holy moly. Hamilton. He said, got no shout outs. Have to send it. Hamilton, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming and hanging out on this Sunday. Happy Sunday, guys. Hopefully we get some price action here. The weekend was freaking boring as hell, but it looks like we're getting a little bit of volume coming in the market. On at least this 4-hour candle here, we're seeing a vector candle pop up, which means there's a little bit of volume coming in on this beautiful Saturday, not Saturday, this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I forget what day it is. Like Thanksgiving threw everything off. You guys know I took my 3-day vacation. You guys said Jordan quit. He took 3 days off. As you kind of see Bitcoin try to test the bottom here again. And then it was Thanksgiving. Okay, I ate way too much. That day I did not eat turkey. I ate a bunch of halal food. I ate a massive banana pudding. Okay. And, on top of that, than it was Saturday and Sunday. I forget what day it is at this point. Holy moly, man. All right, Bitcoin's coming down to test support. So let's stop being a little bit weird and let's look at what Bitcoin's about to do, guys. Because Bitcoin is looking a little bit dump it at the current moment. Interactive said Handleton said 200x short now. You know what it is. Anyways, Bitcoin the whole weekend just still consolidating the symmetrical triangle, guys. Lower highs, higher lows. I mean, really just making higher lows coming up and lower highs coming down. As we sort of await the opening to this next week for the stock market and Bitcoin to make a fresh new week. Because I think we're all ready for a fresh new week after Thanksgiving. A lot of the big traders, they went to go eat, okay? Just ask Bob. Bob is a market maker, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't do shit this Thanksgiving. I did absolute shit. All I did, I went to Thanksgiving dinner. I wanted meatloaf. I was pissed off. I talked shit about crypto. Jordan was upset. All right, he left because he couldn't take it. I was just saying crypto's a scam and everything like that. But yeah, Thanksgiving was fun. The food sucked, but I'm glad to be back. Now let's start moving the markets again. All right. Mom, can I borrow some money to move the markets? No? Well, can I? Well, like $5. That's all I need. All right. I'll be right up. Thanks.
But the market maker's coming back on Monday, my friends, including Bob. All right. No, but Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin does. I know everyone's like, holy shit, look at Bitcoin's dumping right now. Guys, I guess we've gotten to that point in crypto where a $100 move is a significant move. It's really not. I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of look where Bitcoin is at the moment. It's just making higher lows up to this current point. If it breaks this level here, okay, we can start talking. Up until now, you're just coming to retest this level here. But you're getting some volume coming in finally here. As you can see, the whole weekend, the volume just dropping off a freaking cliff here as Bitcoin comes and tests the lows here. Let me see you guys are saying. False move Monday. We always love false move Monday, man. It looks like the stock market futures are opening up a little bit red. We got the DXY opening up a little bit green. But as we always know, what that is in the afternoon tends to often change by the morning time. So we'll see what we got there. What did you guys get on Black Friday? Let me know. Did you get any swell items on Black Friday? I did no shopping, guys. I told myself I was gonna go online. I was gonna get some new clothes. I was gonna do this. I was gonna be a really good Black Friday buyer, but I didn't do flying shit. But the good thing is now Black Friday is not Black Friday. It is a month-long event at this point, okay? So that's the good thing about Black Friday nowadays. Let's see. Pump coming at the close. Let's see what we get, man. Anyways, I mean, we look at where Bitcoin is, guys. We're just in the middle of a big range. So obviously we got a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle sitting right in the mid-range, right? We take the low of the range or the high of the range. You can see the support is right at the mid-range, and that's where Bitcoin is right now. So we're in the middle of a big range. Now, obviously we take our breakout targets to this, and we'll get a little bit better of a clue, right? Breakout target to the downside, it's going to put you, it's most likely going to get you back to this $15,800 level, back down to the lows. We break out to the upside. Guess what? It's going to get us most likely just right back to these wick highs that we had up here, back up to like 17K. So in reality, here we are in the middle of the range. We're just decided, do we want to test the top or the bottom of the range on the Sunday night? That's really it. Now, if stocks are red tomorrow, could we see Bitcoin come back down and test the lows? I mean, I wouldn't count that out going into tomorrow, my friends. But we'll look at some more clues going on into the stream, but we're going to mosey our way today. Mosey our way through the charts today, my friend. Check the 15-minute RSI. 15-minute RSI is oversold. I do see it here. That is pretty gnarly. That is pretty gnarly. Look at that volume coming in, though. You see this volume coming in? Woo! Man, the whole weekend, just nothing. Look at that, man. The whole weekend, just absolute ghost town here in the markets, man. Absolute ghost town. It's almost like Mike died. There ain't no volume on this shit. There's no volume. Oh, I'm tired of this crypto market. Oh, Oh, there's no friggin' vol. Oh, this volume. I'm alive. This volume. There's almost like this volume coming in. Holy moly. Clint said, buy now and pay later. You will be bathing in blood when the global... Clint, you change your mind like every day, man. You crack me up. You gotta love it. Clint, I need more Doom posts. I love your Doom posts, man. They make me laugh every single day. With the volume coming in, it's pretty gnarly here. I will say, yeah, you look at the 15-minute RSI, I guess you are getting oversold as you come and test the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. Now, look at some of these last times, right? 15-minute RSI was oversold back here. You were at the bottom of the range. You got the move up right here. You did come down. You were at the bottom of the range. You moved up again. I mean, listen, you're at support, right? So until we break down here, I'm gonna assume that this is gonna hold again. You're just gonna bounce right back up to sort of take those levels. Because I look here and I say, okay, now the market pushed this down fast. Okay, and what's the common narrative around the parts? Okay, the common narrative is that the fast move is the false move. No. Okay, so fast move gets pushed down. That's always, can I say this? Rant alert. That's always what people say if it supports their bias. Like if someone's bullish and the market moves down fast, they're like, the fast move's the false move. And then if the market goes down and someone's bullish, the opposite. The market moves up and someone's bearish, they're like, the fast move's the false move. But it's if it goes with your bias, it's not. That's one of my favorite lines there. But you move down. Now you got vector candle to the upside. Once again, do I think they come and test the top of the it's a rectangle. It's not a rectangle, dude. Know your shapes, Jordan. Holy shit. I know you're drinking some Dr. Pepper. You get a little bit of that Dr. Pepper high here. Yes, this is Dr. Pepper zero sugar, by the way, guys. Zero sugar Dr. Pepper is the Dr. Pepper you go with. You don't take the Dr. Pepper with sugar because sugar's bad for you, my friends. Okay? Dr. Pepper, zero sugar. I shouldn't even be drinking this because this makes me crave more sugar. It's kind of counterintuitive, right? They say no sugar, but what's in it makes you want more sugar. So that's where we're at. But now you get the fast move. You got vector candle, big volume. Do they push it back up to the top of the triangle again? I'm going to say yes. And we end up just continuing sideways here until the morning time, most likely, in my personal opinion. But take it as you will, man. Take it as you freaking will. I'm not here to spread fun, and I'm not here to spread glory. I'm here to spread the crab. That sounds so wrong. I'm here to spread the crab. You guys are like, Jordan's got crabs. Rant alert. Jordan's got crabs. All right, well, I'm out of here. Jordan's got crabs. I'm not watching this stream anymore. Let me take a sip. The fast move is the false move. Let's see. Blasphemy, all original. You're saying there was something wrong with Dr. Pepper to begin with. Dr. Pepper's delicious. I think Dr. Pepper is the best soda in my personal opinion. Unless you're going to McDonald's. If you're going to McDonald's, Coke is the best soda. 110%. Not even freaking close. Anyways, so we're looking here for Bitcoin. We're in the middle of the range at the end of the day, guys. Bitcoin's a little bit doing its thing. Now, I go to some of these higher term time frames, right? And I know the big thing that we're all waiting for, where we're sort of all sitting on the sidelines and doing our thing. Man, a little bit while ago, this 3-day candle was looking a little bit better than it is now. It is what it is. But you're sitting at 16,450. I'm looking at this 3-day chart, right? And I'm sort of looking at this and I say, okay, this moved down. And what do we know about... I mean, if you guys do use the vector candles, what do you know about the white vector candle, right? It's a stopping volume candle. And after that, if you see that vector candle to the downside, that white vector, and you start to see price action start to curl over, okay? It reminds me a lot of the times over here. Now, do I think this is an absolute sustainable thing? No, but you guys still know my take. I do still think that the markets overall do get a little bit upside until the middle of December, which is that FOMC meeting, my man. It's that FOMC meeting, at least until Jerome the Gnome, aka, I mean, maybe the Lizard Man, I don't know. I'm not a Lizard Man, man. You calling me a lizard? Are you calling me a lizard? Just because I do things that everyone hates and I'm very, very selfish with my moves does not mean that I'm a lizard, okay? I work for the people. I work for the people. Hey man, me too. I'm the people's channel. Okay? I am for the people. I am the people's channel. Do you see what I'm doing for the people right now? Do you see what I'm doing for the people? Let me take this off. But you know, when I see this move to the downside, right? And then I start to see price action start to curl back over, okay? And I see this big move to the downside, right? After you see these big moves to the downside, price action starts to curl back over. You're not just going to go straight down. Everyone thinks the move Bitcoin always just goes straight down. Whenever you see these massive capitulations, you usually get a snap back in the other direction before you continue the trend. So up until this FOMC meeting, okay, coming up on December 12th here. Shout out to the 12th. I was born on September 12th. It's a great day. It's a great day. The 12th is a great day. Why? It's the 12th. It's my birthday. And 1 + 2 = 3, bitch. All right? But, you know, I'm still expecting a snapback to the... I don't know. Actually, I mean, it depends on how high you think this is going to go. But I do still expect a snapback back to the mean. Then, most likely, I mean, if I'm going to guess, what I think the most likely scenario is a snapback up, okay, back to the mean. We get the FOMC meeting. Powell ends up being bearish again, like he always is. And then the market goes, wait, shit, this ain't over. And then the market starts to come back down. And at that point, we sort of test, okay, do we want to make a new low or not? And I do think inevitably we'll see slightly lower. I'm still going with the assumption that we're still going to see slightly lower prices. Is it still a good time to accumulate for the long term? If you're thinking 2-3 years out, yes. But I do still think that you know, maybe we see slightly lower here as we start to try to carve out where the macro bottom is here. But that's what I'm looking at. If you actually look at the momentum waves too, they sort of support that theory, right? As price action starts to curl, okay, you got the momentum waves coming back up. You see momentum here? Momentum's coming back up over the course of the next couple 3-day candles. This will most likely flip back to the upside, right? And in the times where it flips back to the upside, you usually get some pretty good moves, right? You saw it right here. If we go back in time, we saw it right here as well. So that's what I'm going with. Take it for what it is. That's my short-term sort of look at the markets as we await the FOMC meeting and the CPI coming up on December 13th, which I think ultimately will give us more of the direction we want to know, right? Right now, we're just looking at the charts, right? We're staring at the charts going, man, look at these friggin' charts. They look friggin' bearish, man. The charts look like shit. I wish something else could give us a better view. Man, what are we waiting for? Oh, Powell's coming to speak on the 12th. Oh, man. Okay, we have something to look forward to, guys. That's going to be the big market mover, okay? The big market mover. I don't even know what that means, but that's the big market mover, okay? Watch that date. The 12th, you gotta love the 12th, man. The 12th is one of the best days. Let me see. Dude, George. I love Dr. Pepper, man. I love Dr. Pepper. But that's my short-term outlook, right? Slightly up. We come take this liquidity. There's a huge imbalance in the charts, right? You got vector candle, you got vector candle, right? You haven't retested the lows, and I do think you retest those lows, or at least attempt to test those lows. As a lot of people are still short from this area, I do think you come up and try to take those mofos out, all right? So that's what we're looking like in the short term. Now, I know everyone's wondering about Doge today, all right? Doge is getting a nice move up. It's pulling back a little bit now. This tends to be what happened last time. It's doing kind of similar to what it did last time when I had the big move up, but where it sort of gets these big runs up. It sort of gets a little bit of pullback at the end of the day, right? You create this big wick on the top side, but then the next day it just wants to continue up, right? Big wick on the top side, screw it, continues up. Next day, big wick on the top side, screw it, continues up. So that's what we kind of got going on right now. But at least for the short term, hey, if you were buying down here in this region, okay, cool. If you bought up here, well, you're still a little bit underwater. It is what it is. Now, let's get a little pumpy for Doge, at least for the short term, and have a little fun on this Sunday. Guys, right now I am so Christmassy. But let's dance first. Let's dance first. It's gonna make me dizzy. I gotta show it that. I gotta show it that. I'm not Jimmy with the stimmy. Jimmy's confused. Jimmy's like, Jordan, why do you look like me, man? Why do you look like me? Look at Jimmy. He's like, wow, look at Jordan. He's got a plunger on his head like me. Wow. Look at Jordan. He's got a plunger too. He must be a moon boy. Strap up, guys. Dogecoin's going straight to the moon, baby. Jordan's a moon boy too. Hey, we put this up. I kind of got the plunger on the head. Dance like you're teaching an elderly swim class. An elderly swim class. No, how to elderly swim class? Because they can't do those like crazy handstands in the water. They kind of got to go. They just got to go like this. Da-da-da. And then they do one of these. They go. And then they kind of go. I don't know what they do, but they do something crazy like that. Screw his stimmy. That is true. Screw his stimmy, man. Screw his stimmy. All right. So Bitcoin, Doge was able to break these highs. So we were talking about, all right, if Doge smacks these highs, it's most likely going to get a move up to this next green box, which you got pretty damn close. So we smack this high, we smack this high, and we smack this high. Perfect. And what do you know? Doge gets a 20% move to the upside. You gotta freaking love it, man. You gotta love it.
We're going to 100K tomorrow.
But no, you got pretty close to these previous lows. I mean, you could argue, you kind of tested this little low wick over here. You didn't quite test the candle bodies, which, listen, last time Doge did this, it was every day we were kind of like, all right, Doge is overheated, Doge is overheated, Doge is overheated, and Doge just kept going. I think Doge, a lot of the times, has this like little mind of its own. Right, and last time I thought Doge was gonna stop at these previous lows, and Doge actually blasted through that and went from like 10 cents to like 16 cents, and it didn't care what I said. So at this point, okay, Doge creating a big wick on the top side, cool. It looks like a rejection candle, but it did that in the last time too. So who am I to say and sit here that Doge is done? Doge is going to do what Doge is going to do, my friends. Okay, but no, this is a big resistance up here at 11 cents. Break 11 cents, okay. We could be pushing it and coming up for these wicks up here at 16 cents or so. But we'll watch that as time goes, and hopefully this week can be a good week for the Doges. For the big Doges. Let's see what Bitcoin's still chilling at support, as it's expected to be sitting at support. Let me see. SHIB, you guys are going to be surprised. Lots going on with SHIB. Oh, man. Let me see. V-Sun said, wow, Jordan is actually doing a stream. There's actually price action going on today. It's rare. It is true. It is true, man. There is some price action going on today. Now, I will say this. It's very sad that we think this is price action because we go back a year ago. Bitcoin was moving like $100 every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? We're just so used to this low volatility market now where Bitcoin moves and like every single tick, it's moving like $1. You guys remember back in the day where every tick Bitcoin was like, 16,450, and then it was like 16,520, and then it was like 16,600, and then every tick was like $40, $50, 150. Minus 150, minus 200, plus 150. Now we're just like, oh wow, look at this $100 move for Bitcoin. It's dumping. It's quite sad where we are as far as volatility goes. It really is. Now, well, let's go look at the weekly because it is the weekly close, my friend. Okay, it is the weekly close. What is price action? True. What is price action, man? I don't know what price action is at this point. It sounds like this foreign animal that it hasn't been discovered yet in the wild. Let me see. Do go into round trip Doge. Always take profits on the altcoins that pump during the bear market, man. Anyways, BTC weekly chart still showing on that 786 retracement. So last time we talked about this, we talked about okay. Bitcoin's sitting here, okay, at 16,400. What's interesting about that level is if you take the bear market low to the April high, okay, which we've talked about that a million times. It's a common narrative to say that the April high was the actual high for Bitcoin. that's when you saw the most interest in crypto in general. So that makes a ton of sense. November was kind of a, it was in all intents and purposes. Like you look at Google Trends, you look at anything shows that November wasn't as euphoric as April, but that's besides the point. And you take those 2 data points, and you look at where Bitcoin's sitting right now. Bitcoin is sitting right at that 786 retracement. And if you zoom in a little bit, I was hoping you closed the week a little bit higher than you were to have a little bit more convincing candle here, but it looks like you're at least trying to paint a little bit of a bullish engulfing candle here on the weekly. And I look at this and I say, okay, I go back and I look, and here's what I want to make this. I want to make this very, very clear, right? Very, very clear and very, very, I guess, omniscient. I go back and I look at the big volume dumps for Bitcoin over this trend, okay? Right? I mean, I look at here in June of 2022, right? This one right here, obviously big dump down. Everyone gets bearish at support. It comes back up and takes that vector candle, okay? You get a big dump here on this candle right here. Everyone gets bearish here. But before that happens, Bitcoin does wick up and takes that, at least half of that candle, okay? And we look at all these times where Bitcoin had these massive, massive, massive moves down. This one right here, massive move down. But, right, you wick back up, you come back up, you take half that vector candle. You usually do get a snap back to the range. So that's why, at least for the short term, okay, I don't think that, you're at the point where you're like, Bitcoin's going back to 30K at this point, And unfortunately, I don't think you're at that point, but at least for the short term, looking for a snap back up to sort of the mean, okay? Sort of the mean. And somewhere in that $18,000, $19,000 range, somewhere in that region. No, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds like, what the hell is going to cause that? But once again, like I always say during times like this, let's let the price do the talking, okay? And we'll go from there. Now, that's a weekly chart, hourly chart. You could still test the lows again. Okay, this is on the big boy time frames. Okay, but like I said, you're at the 76 retracement. When you hit those retracement levels, you do often get a snap back up too. So that's where I'm looking at for little old Bitcoin. At the end of the day, it's super convincing weekly candle, but you do have that going for you at least. Snapping down, you're snapping down, man. You're going straight down in a straight line. That's what you're doing. Let me see. By the way, Mike, you Eagles fan. Eagles are going to get trounced by the Packers tonight, man. Absolutely trounced. No. You know why I say that? Because I'm just salty that the Patriots got trounced by the Vikings. They didn't actually get trounced. It was actually a pretty close game. But they did get beaten by the Vikings. Now, they played a 9-2 team pretty freaking close. So, hey, I'll take it. I will take them playing a 9-2 team pretty freaking close with a team that has tied for the best record in the NFL. So, I will take that all day. But I'm a little bit upset because we had that game in our claws and we stroked that game out, and the Eagles will lose too. Okay? The Eagles will too. Let me see. You guys are saying here. Would have been at 25K if not for Sam Bankman freaking Bucci. Oh, you're talking about this guy? This guy right here? Yeah, I'm Sam Bankman, bitchman. I like to scam people out of their money. Now, I saw this Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary likes to call BitBoy a bozo. I think that's kind of funny. Kevin O'Leary said, hey, crypto bozo, I'm starting to think you may need some help. You seem a little disoriented. Just saying, get a life. I love Kevin's, I know a lot of people don't like Kevin O'Leary, and I get why at this point when it comes to crypto. But here's what I'll say. His comebacks are absolutely dad style comebacks, and they are horrible comebacks. Okay? Like, you seem a little disoriented. Just saying, get a life. Get a life. You gotta love Kevin. You gotta love old people, man. Old people. Let me know if you're old in the chat. If you're old in the chat, do you have comebacks like this? Let me know. Some of my comebacks are absolutely brutal too. Listen, I'm old too. I'm like 50 years old at heart. Okay. Let's come back over here. Get a life, bozo. That's the best. It's like, you couldn't come up with that. You had time to sit there and tweet that, and the best you can say is get a life? Holy Lord, man. SBF makes the whole Santa hat disappear. Does he? Oh my Lord. Under this like disheveled Someone said it funny. Oh, I think it was Gainsey on Twitter. Gainsey on Twitter said it best. He said that Sam Bankman-Fried was a billionaire, but he doesn't have time to at least clean up his. Actually, I can't say this on this. I can't say it on YouTube because I'll get canceled on YouTube. But because that's how the world is. I will just say he doesn't have time to clean up his blank fro. and he said it in a funny way, but I don't remember how he said it. But it was hilarious. I can't say what he said on here because I'll get canceled, and we don't want to be doing that in 2022. It's delicious. Respect your elders. True. You gotta respect your elders. But I think the elders should respect the youngins too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. All right, Bitcoin's coming down to test the lows of the triangle again. It's doing its little thing here. We got the daily close and the weekly close coming up in 1 minute. Okay, 1 freaking minute into the daily and weekly close here. As we sort of approach Bitcoin, let's see what we got. We got 46 seconds into the daily close here, my friends. 46 seconds. All right. So for all my Vikings in the chat, because I don't know if we're gonna have any Vikings at this point, but here we are. Let's go. It's a Santa Viking. Vikings. I think there is a couple more of us left. We have been beaten down. We have been battered. The bears are asking me, how are we still alive? But we have survived this whole time. If we want to survive here in the short term and feed our families here in the short term, we must hold the symmetrical triangle support. If we lose this symmetrical triangle support, it will not look good here for the short term. Long term, nothing has changed. We will win this war, but we want to win the battle here. So, spam the swords, spam the shields, and we will win this battle and take back what is rightfully ours, which is the bearish land. Fight! Hey, it worked. We held it. We held it on the close. Woohoo! Woohoo! We held it on the close. Woohoo! Woohoo! You guys are just watching me going like this. That's like, whenever I do the Viking, I know no one else is hyped. Everyone else is watching the screen, like just looking at me weirdly, like probably itching your ass. There it is, dull sword. We've been through too many battles in this day and age, man. Too many battles in this day and age. It's absolutely crazy. So we got the little old close there. Okay. For the weekly, we closed at about 16,400 actually. 16,415, sorry. And yeah. So the weekly, I guess, really a boring week, right? When you look at it, I mean, it was Thanksgiving week. We were expecting a lot of volatility on Thanksgiving week. Well, nope. You're not expecting a lot of volatility, but you got wick to the upside, wick to the downside, small candle body. I will say you got the bullish engulfing on the weekly. If anything, off the 786 retracement. I don't mind where the weekly is at the end of the day. All in on CeeLo. We'll look at some altcoins, man. We'll look at some altcoins. And we will do a little dirtiness on the altcoins, man. That's what we do here.
All in on CeeLo top, please, or my wife will leave me.
I love how the robot says ta. Can you do some CeeLo ta? Not TA, ta. You know? I don't know. You guys think that's funny? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think weird things are funny, so I'm kind of weird, you know? Anyways. What else do we got? So I think you know, the one sort of big indicator I'm waiting for to be like super confident that, you know, Bitcoin's going back into like a bullish trend is the 2-week MACD flipping back over. Okay, I mean, every time that's happened in the past, May 2020, big move up after the flip. April 2019, big move up after the flip. All the way back here, back in November 2016, big move up after the flip. The flip. And June 2015, big move up after the flip. That's a big, and this is a longer term indicator. What I want to say about this is this is starting to come back up. This is still probably a couple months away from being flippant. So we're going to keep looking at this, right? We're gonna keep examining this as we go along, but this is still got some work to do here. It'll move up faster if we go up a little bit, but at the current time, we still got a long way to go on the 2-week MACD here to come back up and flip and give us any confirmation of upward trend, because it could flip right back to the downside for all I know. Holy shit. But we're waiting for that cross at the end of the day as we sort of get through this bear market here. Slowly but surely. Now, we didn't even talk about any macro stuff today, guys. We got the monthly close coming up in 3 days. So the monthly close is coming up in 3 days. Now, where I want to close the monthly preferably is above 17,222. Okay? Why? I mean, it is a big level on the monthly. January 2018 wick. Between that level, there's nothing until about 13,800. So if Bitcoin can retrace a little bit back up to above 17,222 on the monthly, that would look a little bit better for Bitcoin here. But we got about $800 to make up in 3 days. Can we do it? I don't know why I made that noise.
Jordan, that's friggin' weird, man. Why are you making that noise? You sound like a 12-year-old girl.
Oh, God, man.
Sounded pretty sexy, though.
But no, can we do it? Let's see. What else? I think what I have my eye on. This is the big thing I have my eye on going into this week, my friends. This is it. This is it right here. Okay, let's go to the weekly time frame real quick. On the S&P. Now, this is where it could be do or die time, my friends, because the S&P is approaching that downtrend of resistance that for every single major bear market in the past, this has been the point where every time it touches this, it gets just trounced to the downside, right? We've seen it here. We've seen it here. We've seen it here. Excuse me, man. I'm getting the Dr. Pepper burps. Not the farts yet, though. Holy moly. Let's see. Let's see. You guys are funny, man. But no, we're coming back up to test this here. I'm curious to see over the course of this week or possibly the next couple weeks if we can break this. In the past, when this is broken, okay, we go back to say 2008, all the way back down here, 2008. We saw a very similar trend line. All right, and that on that fourth retest is when things got pretty ugly. All right, we tested it here. Things got pretty freaking ugly from that point, and that's when Bitcoin had that last capitulation, or the S&P had that last capitulation. Same thing as 2000, right? You couldn't break that. As soon as you broke it, you did get, I guess, about a year of slightly up/sideways, but it was sort of the same point, right? You want to see that be broken to be a little bit more confident here for the S&P, and this could be the point where, if we can't break this, oh man, it's gonna be a little bit shady here for the S&P. Okay, a little bit shady. I don't want to talk too much about macro stuff today because everyone cares about crypto, but no one understands that this is the stuff that actually matters at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I don't want to talk about this today. No, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk about this again tomorrow as we have a little bit more data going here through the next couple days. Hamilton said, "Respect to TA." Let me see. Dr. Pepper burps are the gift that keeps on giving. The gifts that keep on giving. Let's see. Maya was a voice filter. She doesn't come in the chat anymore. No, she's just bored of crypto, like 90% of people in the world at the current moment. You know what I mean? I don't really even watch that. I mean, I watch some crypto stuff, but not as much as I did a year ago, or even 6 months ago, really, to be honest. I guess I kind of do my own thing. I watch a few people. That's really it, though. Let's see. Long and sold now. Weekly looks good. The weekly looks good. We'll take a look at some altcoins, though. Why not? What else did I have here, by the way? Well, I'll say this, guys, and this has a little bit to do with sort of the sentiment right now, right? What's the sentiment right now? Everyone's calling for the same shit. Everyone's calling for 2023 to be the most horrible year ever. I guess what's got lost in the narrative is this. All right, here's what got lost in the narrative. the old saying used to be, a recession comes when no one expects it to come, right? And that used to be the common saying. Now that's all getting thrown out the window because, the sentiment's so bad and everyone's calling for it. But, you go based off the Fed survey and you even go based off like Google Trends and things like that. This right now, people, it's more talked about this time than it was in 2008 or pre-2008 and pre-2000. Okay, so everyone and their mother thinks this is going to happen, and that's, you could argue it already did happen, and that's another point we could talk about a different day. But yeah, so everyone expects this to happen, and that's kind of where we're at, right? The sentiment is absolutely brutal, and I didn't want to talk too much macro stuff today, but I think you can't talk about the Bitcoin charts and not talk about the macro. That's what actually matters, my friends. Holy moly. We'll get to some altcoins in a minute, but holy freaking moly. I never heard that until today. A lot of that is because information didn't spread like it does now. That is relatively true. That is relatively true. Hold on. Let me take a sip off this. So we have this. Okay, and listen, we'll go over one thing, okay? What's different about this time, I guess, than the other times, and this is the narrative. There's two narratives, right? There's a narrative that when the Fed pivots, the market's going to pump. Historically, that hasn't been the case, okay? When the Fed pivots, the market that's actually the start of the move down, right? Back in 2000, the Fed pivoted right here. That was the start of the bear market. In 2008, the Fed pivoted here. That was the start of the bear market, So this time is very different because the market's already moved down 30% before the Fed pivoted. What's different this time too, I guess, different than 2000, is inflation already peaked. Supposedly, we don't know that for sure yet, but inflation already peaked locally down here, whereas 2000, the inflation peaked at the highs as well. So it's yet so many different factors coming in. Everyone's expecting the same thing. So once again, we'll see how everything works out. I'm in agreement that, you got to see, because Powell can just keep crushing our dreams, man. Like he can just keep coming out and, he might do 50 in December and then he comes out in 50 or 75 in February and just crushes our dreams. That could certainly happen too. But I'm in the more of the camp is I'm not going to just expect the same thing to happen as everyone else. I want to see how December plays out for sure. And then I want to see what he does in February. And then kind of take it from there. Because that's going to be the big game changer point, NASDAQ's dropping. Yeah, it's Monday, man. I mean, how many times have we seen this, guys? Don't get too caught up on Mondays, my friends, because I feel like a broken record. The last 2 Mondays, last Monday, the stock market dropped, and you saw how the rest of the week went. And then the Monday before that, the stock market dropped, right? And then obviously we continued to do well, right? So Mondays are typically, at least the last 2, the Mondays typically are red, but then the rest of the week ends up green. Doesn't mean that has to be this time. And we said that this was the big downtrend of resistance. This could be the week where this gets rejected. But it has a little bit more upside if it is going to get rejected. But that's besides the point. John said, I don't have any dreams. Crypto already crushed those. Crypto already crushed those, man. It already crushed those. It absolutely crushed the dreams. Your dreams shouldn't be crushed, man. John.
Rant alert.
Your dreams shouldn't be crushed. Bitcoin hasn't done anything different than it has in the past, my friend. John. I know you're just trolling a little bit, John. John is in troll mode the last couple weeks. That's okay. Everyone's in troll mode the last couple weeks. I accepted it. All right. This is the part of the crypto market where everyone gets trolly and stuff like that. I've accepted it at this point. Okay. I'm going to sit here, and do my thing. But Bitcoin hasn't done anything different than it always has. You know what I mean? If we say stuff like crypto's destroyed my dreams, crypto's dead, crypto's a scam. Bitcoin is exactly where it always has been.
Rant alert.
Look at what Bitcoin is compared to the previous bear markets. It's exactly where it should be. It hasn't done anything different. You know what I mean? But hey, who are we to say? And We will get through this phase together, my friends. As bored as we get, okay? As down as we get. Listen, guys, I mean, I'm human too. We're all human, guys. All right? Some days are freaking boring as hell. Some days I find myself, dude, why am I even looking at the charts? There's no point in looking at the charts, man. Why am I looking at the charts? Sometimes I find myself doing that for no reason. And then some days I'm like, damn, man, the market's down. This kind of sucks. But listen, we will be here together and we will get through this together, okay? If you guys are out of the market, we will be here when the market starts going back up, okay? And we will do this. All right? Keep the eye on the prize, right? I mean, it might not be over yet, okay? So make sure you're prepared for that, but keep your eye on the prize, man, because this is the time where it looks the worst, but this is the time where anyone that's been financially free because of crypto makes their money, not in the top of the bull market. Okay? So, just make sure we always remember that too, at the end of the day. Trolling commenced. Listen, guys. Listen, bozos. All right? I'm selling everything I got right now. We're going substantially lower, okay? And I know everyone who is in the market is a pro trader. It's not like 97% of traders lose money over time. But I know everyone is a pro trader in this market, okay? I am going to sell everything I have now and buy back at the absolute pico bottom, okay? At the absolute pico bottom. Like, I'm going to take your mom's bottom, okay? Dump it right now. And when I want it later, I'll pick it right back up. Why? Because that's what I do. I sell high and I buy low, if you know what I mean. All right? So get at it. All right. We're going way too nuts here. We're going way too nuts. Sorry, Maj. I don't mean to be too loud. Let's see. I'm low on hopium. We're low on hopium. Now, there's no need for hopium, man. Hopium is hopium, okay? There's a difference between hopium and looking at things objectively, right? Hopium is hopium. I'm done. Listen. I used to have the little moon goggles on. I'm going to look at things very objectively, okay? I always look at things very objectively. If I'm bullish, I'm actually going to give you reasons why I am. If I'm not and I'm a little bit hesitant, I'll give you reasons too. I think this right now is one of those times where I'm a little bit hesitant to be like, okay, Bitcoin's going to start going to the freaking moon here. Now, short term, we talked about, I think we go up, but, medium term, still a little bit sketchy at this current moment, I'd say. We still got, we think we're out of the dust, but I think we still got a little bit of dust here to work through. Anyways, let's take a sip of Dr. Pepper. Becker won't even F your mom because she's a damn, why are you fighting with your mom? He said because she's a goddamn loser? Oh my God, man. Dan's coming out heavy swinging today. And I wouldn't want to mess with Dan. Dan is probably the one guy in the chat I wouldn't want to mess with. Anyone else in the chat? Come on. Dan, I ain't messing with Dan though. Your mom, you can mess with Dan. Holy moly. You don't want to do that. All right, anyways. So we talked about that. Should we talk about some alts? I mean, alts. Doge went up a little bit today. We know that. I mean, not a little bit. We talked about Doge already today. Cardano was a big gainer today. It retraced like most of that move though, which it is what it is. Cardano was up like 20% at one day today. It looks like it retraced about over half that move, but not too bad for Cardano. I guess before we get into alts, we'll jump onto the alts here in just a second. One last thing I want to point out is what's the last thing I wanted to point out? Oh, the BTC versus the SPX chart, right? So this is one that I want to pay attention to going forward because this whole bear market, right? It's been the S&P outpacing Bitcoin, right? The S&P outpacing Bitcoin, the Bitcoin getting trounced against the S&P. Now, I want to make this clear. I'm not showing this for hopium, okay? This could still break, and this is a comparison chart, right? So this could still, theoretically, break to the upside, okay? And Bitcoin and the S&P can still go down in price. So I want to make that very, very clear. This doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to go up. Okay? I want to make that very, very clear here, my friends. But when I look at this chart, there's a lot of awesome confluences in this chart versus Bitcoin versus the S&P. Why is this important? Well, like we said, this whole bear market, Bitcoin's gotten beaten up by the S&P. If this can break out, Could that give us any signs of what we could look at going forward? Because we look at where this is, it's sitting right at the 2019 high, right? These two highs looking left. It's sitting right at that 786 retracement level. We're sitting right there. And if you look, it's a pretty clean wedge, man. Like I'm not a big fan of wedges if they're not clean. This one's pretty clean where you get a low, you get a low, you get a low, you get a low, you get a high, you get a high, you get a high. Could this be the point over the course of the next, this might not play out until like March of 2023. Could this be the point where Bitcoin starts outpacing the S&P? Could be, right? I think that's certainly possible. So we'll watch this going forward, but we're going to keep an eye on this, my friends. Because I know the common narrative is, Bitcoin's going to get trounced if the S&P dumps further. Will it though? We'll find out. We'll find out. It will. If this breaks right here, we're throwing this out the window. But we'll find out over the next couple weeks. I think that's an interesting narrative that the S&P's gone up so much the last couple weeks where Bitcoin's came down. Could be an interesting narrative. I don't like wedgies. I like wedgies, man. Listen, I'll tell you one guy who doesn't like wedgies. You know who doesn't like wedgies? Bob.
Man, I haven't gotten a wedgie in a while. That's great. I don't like wedgies. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, let me turn up the volume. I can't even hear Jordan stream. Let me turn up the volume.
What'd you just say, whippersnapper? Did you just say turn up the volume? Listen, in this house, we know there's no volume. Come here, you bitch. Come here, you little bitch. You 35-year-old son of a bitch. Living in your mom's basement. Come here. I'm giving you a freaking wedgie. Son of a...
No, Mike, no. Okay, there's no volume. Shit.
And Mike gets farted on. Anyways. Oh, man. What would a bear market be without some fun, man? Listen. What would a bear market be without some fun? Holy shit, man. I watch some of these bear market streams and holy moly, I'm about to fall asleep because the price action and it's so boring, man. Holy moly. Let me take a sip of some Dr. Pepper here, man. Dr. Pepper always makes the bear market better, I will say. It does. Call Becker. Let's see. I always order wedgies instead of fries. The best. That's a great poll, by the way, for today. That's a great bear market poll. Let's do that. What is the best form of fry? What is the best form of French fry? Okay. Best form of French fry. Do we like, just the original? Original. What do we mean by original? Kind of like McDonald's fries. Okay. Do we like curly fries? Right? Do we like wedges? Okay. Shit. What's another type of fry? Original, curly, steak. Thank you, Maj. Original, curly, wedges, or steak. Steak fries. Here we go. Oh, we got crinkle cut too. Shit, man. There's too many, man. Oh, we're getting rid of original. Screw original. Crinkle. All right, screw original. No one likes original fries. That's the worst type of fry. Holy moly. No, home fries don't count. Home fries are not actual fries. If I had to choose, I'm taking home fries over fries all day. I love home fries, man. Put some ketchup on those bad boys. Put ketchup on anything. It's delicious. If we're gonna be honest, man. All right. Let's see what else we got going on in the crypto verse. Let's see what else going on. Oh, I saw this on Google Trends today. I sometimes go through Google Trends to kind of see what people are looking at. Sorry for blinding you guys. I mean, make sure you put your sunglasses on before you look at this. But if you look at this, should I buy Bitcoin? Okay. I went back and I looked at kind of where we are for people searching, should I buy Bitcoin? Very, simplistic thing that you could search on the interwebs. This includes Google searches. This includes YouTube searches and everything like that. Should I buy Bitcoin? If you look at where we were now, it's came up a little bit. I think that's because of the FTX situation and people freaking out. But if you look at where it was before that, that was at a 5 on the interest of should I buy Bitcoin. If you look at kind of where it was, and I find this kind of interesting. We look at where it was in like throughout 2019 and throughout 2018. It's crazy. You're getting the same amount of interest or same amount of searches of should I buy Bitcoin that you were back in 2019 at this current time. Now, you can make the arguments because people already know, more people know about Bitcoin. I would argue that's not true because every single bear cycle, you have more people that were younger coming into crypto, right? So people that were 17 in the last bear market are now 21, 22 years old. Now they can start buying crypto. I would argue that that's completely false. But you're at some of these levels, man, which I think is pretty cool. So the interest of crypto, and this is what you want to see in a bear market. I know that's not what you want to see, but it's what you want to see, is interest coming down and most people not being interested in buying cryptocurrency. Okay, so we can look at more searches if you want. I mean, we can put whatever you want in here in a little bit. So let me know if you want me to search something. We can search something live here. Anyways, let's see what Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is getting a bounce off the lows. I mean, what do you know, man? What do you know? Bitcoin bounces off the bottom of the symmetrical triangle to a T. And bouncing back up. Probably going to come back up and test the highs, man. If we go to the 15-minute time frame, oh, man, you got a bunch of liquidity back up at the high of the triangle, man. So just up, down, up, down, up, down. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's see what you guys said about the let me see what you guys said in here. Original fries are the best fries. John, I like original fries. Don't get me wrong. Like I would bang out some original fries. Let me see. Look up the term wrecked. We can look up the term wrecked. Let me see. You guys are saying in the chat. You guys are all talking fries. The answer was no. Let's see. Waffle. Search for Waldo. All right, let me see what you guys said about the poll, by the way. What is the best form of French fry? Look at that. Curly fries coming in number 1 at 33%. Woo! Man. Number 2, we got crinkle fries, 25%. Number 3, we got wedges coming in at 21% and steak fries coming at 22%. That's actually a pretty close poll across the board, but most people prefer curly fries. It seems like 33% of the voters like curly fries. That is absolutely insane to me. Take it. I love curly fries too. Don't get me wrong. I probably would go with I love potato wedges. I love just biting into a wedge and having that potato go right through my teeth as I swallow my saliva. As I swallow it again. Oh, now I'm swallowing too much. Who has curly fries other than Arby's? Not really many places have curly fries. More local places sell curly fries. That's what I've kind of noticed, to be fair. All right. What else do we got going on? The other thing I wanted to point out here, one more interesting macro chart. Right? Listen, guys, you know I love macro charts, okay? You know I love macro charts, but look at where we are on the BTC versus Tether chart. Okay, so this is BTC versus Tether. I love these little patterns, okay? And if you look at BTC versus Tether, you'll notice that it's kind of in a big channel on the weekly chart, and you notice that it has this bottom trend line has been such an awesome point where Bitcoin versus Tether has bounced. Now, what do we know? If this goes up and Tether, if Bitcoin goes up against Tether, it's usually when the price is going up for Bitcoin, okay? People are moving money from Tether into Bitcoin. If this goes down, people are moving Bitcoin into Tether, right? So pretty self-explanatory. If you kind of notice where this is and look at, and this is why it's the same thing for the Bitcoin versus S&P chart. This is such a key area where we're at now. If you look at where this has bounced, I mean, throughout history, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all just absolute perfect bounces besides one wick in that June crash from the Luna crash. It's been absolutely fantastic. And what do you notice? This is also in a perfect falling wedge to the downside. where this still could extend out into 2023 a little bit, but you are sitting here. We're gonna test these. We're gonna test these validities of these falling wedge formations. All right. Once again, these could still have a few weeks to sort of play out. We'll check this every once a week or something like that. But very interesting chart as well for all you longer term sort of macro guys in the chat. Because I know there's a lot of you longer term macro guys in the chat. Let me see. Dip Hooter, curly fries, and blue cheese. Clint said no one is moving money into BTC. All right, listen. All people need to see. All right, here. This is how the market works. Okay, price starts going up. Market maker moves price up a little bit. People see price moving up. People move money into asset. That's how the market works. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. There's never a catalyst. What's the best catalyst? Price move up. You know, that's a lot of times that's all you need. So we'll see how that plays out over the course of time, and we'll kind of go from there. Delicious. Delicious stuff. Sell BTC 5-minute chart. You could do that if you wanted to. All right. Let's look at some altcoins, shall we? Shall we look at some altcoins? And we can look at some Google searches if you guys want. Some of you guys said some stuff in here. Did Solana break the resistance? Let's check out Solana. I don't think that it did. Let's see. No, it's still below. It's still sitting below. But if we zoom in a little bit on Sol, let's zoom in a little bit on Sol. Just keep looking at charts. Clint loves looking at them. Clint loves looking at the charts. No, Clint loves the stream. Clint loves it. He also likes being a Doom poster. You know, I guess being a Doom poster, man, is being a Doom poster even being a troll? I don't know if it is. You know, I think being a Doom poster is like the common narrative. You know what I mean? Ho ho ho, people! What's going on, Squatty Swing? Ho ho ho! No, but Solana's still wedged in here. There's a lot of altcoins that have some beautiful charts, my guys. Right? I know a lot of people are bearish right now. There's a lot of altcoins that have beautiful charts. And I'll show you guys a couple of the key ones that I'm looking at here over the course of the next week or so for maybe some swing trades for myself, because I like a lot of these altcoin charts. Sol, because as we know, a lot of the altcoin charts against BTC have broken out to the upside. Not many people look at those charts, but there's a lot of them that show that they should outpace Bitcoin. And if they outpace Bitcoin, that usually means Bitcoin's not going to see a massive dump. Anyways, Solana. Yeah, you're still below resistance, but it's just kind of consolidating right below resistance, right? You're not getting that. I mean, it's not really showing any strength here, but it's also not showing like, okay, it's going to dump straight back down to zero. But yeah, it's the same point, right? For Sol, this one's pretty clear. I want to see a break of this level, and then sort of a hold of it. And that's where I'd be like, okay, Solana probably looks pretty good to move up to $18. Until then, we still, as always, we still respect resistance until it's not resistance anymore, my friends. Okay? Respect resistance until it's not any resistance. Free your mom? Who banned your mom? Was it Dan? It was definitely Dan. It was definitely freaking Dan, wasn't it? It was Dan the man. Let's see. Why isn't Bob in the Bahamas now? You got to be kidding me. I'm not going to get into it. No, Jordan, it's not your business. Let people do what they want to do. Let's move on. Let's freaking move on. It's not your business. Sorry. So that's Sol really range locked at the current moment, and for me to get bullish, I want to see this break and hold the support before I get too bullish on Mr. Selena. Mr. Selena Mina. Bogo said 10K. Hey, I don't think that's impossible, right? I think if you call something impossible, that is absolutely crazy. So could Bitcoin go to 10K? I mean, absolutely, man. Abso-freaking-lutely. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We have no idea. So Bitcoin could certainly go to 10K. I don't think that's certainly an unreasonable take. All in on CeeLo TA, please, or my wife will leave me. Sure. Why is your wife going to leave you? Why did you, hold on. What did you say? All in on CeeLo? Oh. You're all in on CeeLo? She's going to leave you? Let's see. Let's freaking see. She'll leave you now. Then, you know, if you hold it, she'll be back in 2025. All right. So let's see. Daily shot on CeeLo. What do we got coming on? What do we got coming on? So, CeeLo. What do we got? What do we got on CeeLo? Well, it looks like your wife, you know, hey, I mean, if you take some profits on that, okay, your wife might not be bad at you. But you look at kind of where CeeLo is we're kind of looking at, I mean, it tried to break out, but it got rejected again, man. All right, 1, 2, 3 points, and it came up, smacked it, came right back down. And you kind of notice now that this one, man, hey, is this on this daily candle? Okay, this is this current daily candle, so that's actually not as bad because I thought that was yesterday. That would have been a pretty ugly candle yesterday, but that was today. So you smacked it up today. This one's probably going to come down, retake a little bit of this vector candle and try to go after it again. Why? Because two things. You got vector candle below, so you retrace, you take that. Come on, get out of here, man. You come back, you retrace this. But what's that going to do? You still got this big wiki up here. And the market makers don't like to leave those big wikis, do they? They don't like to leave those wikis. That's a lot of money for the market maker up there at that little wiki up there, you know? So they probably bring it down, take the lower liquidity, bring it back up, get you to FOMO in again. And this is the point we got to pay attention. Because this will be the point where, this will be mostly likely where you end up sort of probably in the beginning of December, middle of December, where you got the FOMC meeting and things like that. Bitcoin's going to react and do its thing. But this is how I see the price action most likely going for the next, week to 2 weeks, is something along those lines. But I mean, that's a pretty good move the next couple of days. Now, once again, if your wife is leaving you over this, well, once again, just ask her how her investments are going, and then you should be good. Anyways, let's see. I think Jordan is a cat guy. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm a dog guy all day. Dogs are 100% better than cats. Okay, if you disagree, well, you're just dumb.
Rant alert.
You're just low IQ. You're a low IQ idiot if you think that cats are better than dogs. Cats don't love you. Dogs do. Get some IQ cells, you idiot. Big wiki. The big wiki. Let's see. You big wiki. Anyways. Nice, Anderson. Poop eating confirmed. Dogs are pets, cats are roommates. Yeah, it is. IQ cells. You like the IQ cells? Come on, you gotta like the IQ cells. No one else says the IQ cells take like I do. Absolutely no one does, my friends. Okay. Let's see, Clint. Let me distill it down for you. Clint and B Money are fighting in the chat. That's like Gandalf and that's like the Lord of the Rings where you got Gandalf fighting the bad Gandalf. Clint's the bad Gandalf, and then B Money's Gandalf. Let me distill it down for you. Gold store of value, BKT store of value equals Dumb and Dumber. This dude didn't know safes and wallets were different. Now I do. Thanks, bro. Here we go. Cats are assholes. You can shit on a dog and it will still love you. Facts. You could take a shit on a dog's head and it's gonna wag its tail and go, Now, it's kind of like horse guy, right? You're my friend. You shit on my head. A cat would be like, mother trucker, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here, you mother trucker. All right. So, let's see. Thou shalt not pass. All right. Let's see what else we got. All right. Let's look at some cool altcoins. What's some cool altcoins I like? BNB. BNB. I love BNB right now. BNB looks like a mother freaking tank. I like BNB. I mean, very, very simply. There's a few reasons I like BNB here. All right. BNB, one, it makes sense for it to come back up and retest this level, right? 1, 2, 3. when it tends to come up, it tends to come up to this green box. Number one, very simple reason. I'm a fan of just playing the levels, right? Support, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance. Let's just play the levels. Let's not make it too difficult. 2, what do you got up here, man? What's this thing up here? What's this big pointy thing up here? You see this big pointy thing? I like this pointy thing up here. Now, I would look for a big resistance here at 336. That's been a tough point for BNB in the past. But if it does able to come back up to 336, I don't see why it doesn't come up for this big pointy thing up here. You see, this pointy thing likes to be poked, okay? And, you know, this is just one that I'm looking at. BNB going into next week is one that I'm very, very interested in. As far as a swing back up to test this level up here. Okay, very interested in this one. I will make that clear. I'm very interested in this one. What's sort of another one I was looking at here? Shit, man. What was another one I was looking at? Shit, man. I forget what the other one I was looking at. Was it Link? Link to Slink? Maybe it was Link to Slink. Link to Slink is an interesting one too. The reason why I bring up Link to Slink, because, you know, Link likes to be a little slinky. Link to Slink seems to just be look at Link to Slink since May. So, I mean, we're talking 7 months of just down, up, right? Down, up, down. I mean, if I'm going to play this trend, and you see that Link broke out from a W formation at the lows, now it's coming back down to backtest. If Link makes its way and backtest this W formation, I like Link again. It's sort of the same reasoning I see for BNB. I like Link to come back up and test the highs. Why? Same thought process, right? It's the point where you always get rejected from, and it's got this little red thing here called called liquidity right here at that exact level 2. Link is another one that I like for a pretty clean swing back up to the highs, in my personal opinion. You take it for what it is. I'm looking at this market at the current moment very, very simply, okay? At least into the FOMC meeting, because I'll be closing any type of short to medium term trade. It will be closed on December 13th. You best know, December 12th, actually. The date of CPI, all my trades will be closed. Okay? Because I don't mess with those. I don't mess with those news events, man. Some of you guys are DJs and you like to play those news events like freaking butter. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys like trading CPI and FOMC meetings? I don't, because it's kind of like gambling in a way, you know? Because if you put a stop loss, you're most likely going to get hit one way or the other, because the market's so volatile. If you don't put a stop loss and it doesn't go your way, you're going to get wrecked. That's why I don't like playing the FOMC or CPI dates. But up until then, sort of goes with my my little BTC. My little BTC. Explain it to me like I'm a high school dropout with anger issues. Who's a high school dropout with anger issues? High school dropout. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, in the day, many times at night. Down, up, but Bitcoin is down, down. That's true. I mean, a lot of these alts, the reason why I don't mind alts right now is because I go and look at a lot of these altcoin pairs against BTC, which I know the current common narrative is, altcoin's going to get wrecked. I mean, I look at a lot of these, and I go some of these longer term time frames, and I look at Link, you know, which Link closed. Man, Link BTC. This is the fresh. That's interesting. But Link BTC, you can see that Link BTC is testing this. Let's go to like the weekly chart. Get a little bit more zoomed in. You can see that Link BTC. I mean, you could argue that it broke out this last week. If Link is going to outpace BTC, and this is another big reason I like Link for the short term, it's getting killed by Bitcoin since August of 2020. Could it be its time to shine? If it can't break this level, well, you know, it's not going to be the time to shine, but it's sitting right there. We know like BNB Bitcoin, BNB BTC, already is just crushing Bitcoin, man. Absolutely crushing BTC. What was the other one that we liked before? It was I think there was some other ones that were really, really nice. Litecoin BTC, which never breaks out. And I'm not a big fan of Litecoin, but I can't argue the fact that this is the first time since March of 2019 that you're seeing Litecoin break out against Bitcoin, man. I mean, you're seeing some big charts for altcoins. That's like, normally I'd be like, okay, no. Litecoin, I can't argue that. It's a pretty nice breakout for Litecoin there. So Litecoin's another good example. I think you're going to start seeing a couple of these alts breaking out against BTC here. Let me go back down here. Matic? Yeah, I think Matic's been freaking crushing BTC for a while, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's been a very interesting bear market, I will say, guys. It's been quite the bear market where a lot of altcoins have beaten Bitcoin, right? And you haven't seen that. You didn't really see that in 2017, you know, where every altcoin just got absolutely decimated. But no, Matic's flirting with the double top here. All right, so be very careful on Matic or triple top. All right, you see this on Matic against BTC. So I mean, these are usually times you want to get in on Matic, but this is a point where Matic, man, it's do or die time for Captain Polygon here, you know, because against BTC you got 1, 2, 3 highs. Does it have the juice to get up a little bit higher? Once again, Why am I going E? Well, I get a little nervous when it gets up to resistance like that. Very, very nervous. Let's see. Brian said it's a pretty popular name. We're everywhere. B Mills. Brian Miller. There actually is a lot of B Mills. There's Bob Miller. There's Brian Miller. There's can't even think of another B name. What's another name that starts with B? Shit. Bob, Brian, Bill Miller. There's a Bill Miller. I know there's a Bill Miller. Bill Miller. Ben Miller. Thank you. Ben Miller. There's actually a lot of names that start with B. I can't think right now. I got too much Dr. Pepper in me. So that's it. Let's look at a cool chart here. One more cool chart. You guys like cool charts? I like cool charts. We all like cool charts. Who doesn't like cool charts, man? I mean, I think all of us are just sitting here like this. Yeah. Let's look at another chart. Yeah, another chart, man. I'd rather talk about aliens than talk about charts, if I'm going to be honest. Can we talk about aliens or french fries? Or something other than charts? Something? Anything? Anything other than charts. No. Let's look at an interesting chart, too. Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance. Okay. But, you know, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart because we always like to troll the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin dominance was supposed to dump in the bear market, but it didn't. Or it was supposed to go up. This is the Bitcoin dominance taking out stable coins, right? So the common narrative, okay, the Bitcoin dominance hasn't gone up because everyone's moving money to stable coins, right? It makes sense. Let's take out stable coins. Let's take out Tether. Let's take out USDC and DAI. Let's take those out, okay? Which altogether, you're looking at over $100 billion. So this is what the chart looks like if you take out those. This is a very interesting chart too, right? Is this sort of Bitcoin dominance chart because this has been a key area. But you notice it's finding some weakness over here, man. It's finding some weakness. It can't get any higher. If the Bitcoin dominance goes down, that usually means the market prices are going up. Okay, and if I look at this, I see a little bit of a formation that could this push us back to the lows that we haven't seen since January of 2022. Could be, right? Could be. But I mean, really, ever since June, altcoins have. Since June, a lot of these altcoins have outpaced BTC. You know, and it's not. I'm not making that up. You can see it here on the chart, my friend. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying like, oh no, oh. I'm just looking at the chart. I mean, if this level right here breaks, you get a little left shoulder, head, right shoulder, could you see all the way back down here? Where altcoins go nuts against BTC, at least for a little bit, until we get some type of big news. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, that's not the case. If this comes down and holds this level and starts to come back up, well, that probably means crypto ain't doing too good. So that means probably altcoins are going down and Bitcoin's going down a little bit less, which is usually what happens when the market goes down. Nope. So that's where we're at. I only smoke when I'm alone or when I'm with someone. Nice, Keith. So all the time. All the time, Keith. All the freaking time, man. What about when you're asleep? Because when you're asleep, you're not with anyone or yourself, technically speaking. Nope. Let me see. Let me see. Happy birthday, Jordan. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for the happy birthday wish, man. Guys, it is my birthday today. If you didn't know, it is my birthday. My birthday is November 27th, 3 days after Thanksgiving. It kind of sucks because I don't get as many presents because it's 3 days after Thanksgiving, but just want to let you guys know it is my birthday. So we'll get a little pump song going for happy birthday. Thank you. I am like 400. No, at this point, I'm probably like 517 years old. So yeah, I've lost count at this point. 517 years old. If you know what I mean. It's my birthday. It's my birthday and I know you want to ride out. Even if you only go to my house. Just threw my Dr. Pepper at my... Let's see. Wes, what's going on? What's going on? It's guys, it's not actually my birthday. But thank you. It's my crypto birthday. I have a birthday every day here. Every day. We have a birthday over here in the crypto world. All right. So, man, anything else popping right now? Yes, I said popping. I don't usually say popping, but today I did. Anything else popping? Not really. Today is the day we wait for Monday to close. I will be streaming tomorrow morning, guys, for the Monday morning open. So we'll be streaming tomorrow morning, fresh at 9:45 a.m. for the Monday morning stream open, and then we'll be on. We'll be on at 7 p.m. tomorrow night too. But man, I'm curious to see what the market's doing. I will say the last 2 weeks, the market has been red. The stock market has been red on Mondays, or at least the start of Mondays, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, the stock market's gonna dump this week," and then it continues out the rest of the week. So we'll see. But like I said earlier, like this is a big point for the stock market that we haven't seen the last couple weeks. Is approaching this macro trend line that every major bear market has not been able to break very well. So we're making our way back up there, making our way back downtown. The 2-week chart, we're really waiting for the 2-week MACD to flip. And in the past, it's been pretty bullish for the stock market as well. Is it a coincidence that we're approaching this and this is about to flip at the same time? Is it going to be a fake out? Could be. And we always say, you got to respect resistance until resistance breaks. So if I had to guess, this probably gets a rejection right here. But that could give us another 2 weeks of possible upside. So just want to put that out there. But we approach a very key level for the stock market there as we kind of go along. Let's see. Anderson said, I didn't realize until today that the market cap divided by total supply gives you the price of the coin. I figured that out on my own, so I feel dumb and smart at the same time. Nice, Anderson. Anderson, let's get happy and clapping for Anderson. Anderson figured out how to find the price of the coin, guys. Let's play a little happy clappy here. Happy. Come on. Come on. Clapping. Oh, man. There we go. Happy clappy, man. Nice job, man. Nice. Market cap divided by supply. Yeah. Hey, at least you're not like the. I mean, I think all of us did this at some point. At least you're not like the noobs who come into the market. I've been this guy before, right? Everyone's been that noob who came to the market and did this.
Ooh, look at the XRP.
XRP is 30 cents. Imagine if it went to the price of Bitcoin. XRP could do like a 60,000x. I think I'm going to invest in XRP because of the upside instead of Bitcoin. Let's see. What else do we have on CoinMarketCap? Let's open up CoinMarketCap. Let's see. It's not loading for me. Okay, there we go. It loaded. Let's see what else we got. So we have XRP and Dogecoin. But Dogecoin is 9 cents and Cardano is 30. I'm going to invest in Dogecoin because it's a lower price. It has more upside. Right? We've all been that guy. I've been that guy before. If anyone has not... All right. If you came into crypto and you did not do that, you're lying. There's no way. There's no way that you did not do that, guys. I'm telling you right now. It's the same people that were saying SHIB was going to $1 last year. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the point. I did that with XRP. I'm like, I'm not buying Bitcoin, man. I'm buying XRP. This has way more potential. Imagine if XRP went to the price of Bitcoin. I'd be a freaking gazillionaire. You know? Oh man, those times are the best. Those are the best times. Those are the best times. That means the market's bullish. Gotta love water, man. B Money said I did that with Crow. Let's see. XRP going to 10K. Oh, imagine thinking SHIB can hit $1. That was most people last year. But hey, SHIB went nuts, man. I can't. If you got in SHIB early, you absolutely killed it. You know, it was at that point where like SHIB was the thing everyone was talking about, where it was like, okay, that's probably the time where this little fun ride's over for SHIB. You know, and there'll be another coin that's like that, right? Then next bull market, you know, I will not make that mistake of saying, okay, this thing is useless. It's not going to go up. Because in reality, what I've learned about crypto, that shit don't matter, at least right now. What matters? The image of the coin and a hype at this current stage of the market. You know, maybe in you know, a few cycles, people will be like, okay, we're not going to, but most people say, okay, we're not going to buy Doge because it doesn't do shit, or we're not going to buy SHIB because it doesn't do shit. No, we're not at that point right now, right? We're at that point where people say, dog, low price, buy. Still. Yo, what's going on? Happy birthday, buy Trader Joe coin. John West, buy Trader Joe coin. Is that actually a thing? Trader Joe? No way. Trader Joe is a coin? Let's see, Trader Joe. Let me see, Trader Joe. Trader Joe. I guess it is. Wow. Trader Joe. Interesting. I will not be buying Trader Joe. I will buy Trader Jabba, though. Trader Jabba seems like a good buy at the current moment, my friends. Lord. SHIB made me money. SHIB to $2 now. I think SHIB to go to $2, it would need... What's SHIB at now? Let's just do a quick little fun math here. For SHIB to go to $2, where's SHIB? SHIB is has 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, threw me off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 decimal points. So it has to do a 600,000% move to get to even $1. You know, which the 6,000x, so 6 billion times 6,000. Oh my God, good luck. I'm not doing that math. 6 billion times 6,000. That's gonna. I think that's more money than the entire world that exists. But hey, it is what it is. One day it will. Let's see, Joe USDT. Let's see. It would need all the money in the world. It would need all the money in the world. It would. I'm not even gonna try to do that math in my head. All the money in the universe. If I'll be in the universe, yeah, there probably is another alien world that probably wouldn't even have enough money to make SHIB go to $1. You know? Heck, even getting Doge to $1 would be hard. You know? Even getting Doge to $1 would be hard. Like Doge, $13 billion market cap, it's sitting at 10 cents. So you would need Doge to have the current market cap of Ethereum to do a 10x. You know what I mean? So even Doge, you need $130 billion market cap to get to $1. Which, I mean, even that's a lot of money, man. Like, you'll forget how much $130 billion is. That's a lot of money, my friends. A lot of money. A lot of freaking money. All right, it doesn't, man. It looked like we were going to get some price action on stream. We got a little bit of a dump and then a little bit of a retrace, but that's really all we got today. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a stream because we got tomorrow morning stream. So let's get ready for that. We got the market open. We got the S&P, DXY. We can talk about all that stuff tomorrow. So far, like we said, the stock market is, futures are down a little bit. DXY is up a little bit. I don't trust those until the morning. So we'll go over those again in the morning, right? 9:45 a.m. And we'll go over those in the morning. And we'll see where Bitcoin's at. At the end of the day, Bitcoin, it seems to be doing this every weekend where it sort of coils up for some type of move. And obviously 2 weeks ago it was down. And then I think last week on Monday, you guys can see here on Monday we went down, but then the rest of the week we went up. The week before that was the opposite. We went up and then down. So we'll see what we do this upcoming week, right? It should be fun. See you guys later. 9:45 a.m. for the Monday stock market open. And hopefully Bitcoin does a little whoop-de-woo and whoop-de-woo and everywhere. All right? Sorry, guys. I'm a little Dr. Pepper high right now. But at least I'm not burping. I will burp a lot after I get off the stream. All right? Later, guys. Peace. Doge to the moon, baby. Doge to the mother trucking moon. Let's get a pump song for Doge so we can wake up tomorrow and Doge will be up 20% like it did a couple months ago. Remember? I went to sleep, but like Doge ain't going higher. I wake up, Doge is up 40%. Let's get a pump song for Doge, baby. Make sure to take profits, my friends. Peace. Doge on Mars too for B water. Doge on Mars. Peace, guys. Doo-doo.